was silly, ridiculous, a waste of time. They didn't want that's why they were so successful. That's why they got away.
I'm surprised they didn't go bigger, but they're probably
I made a living in very dangerous.
This is more an integrated blue society.
Dianne Andrews in black and white. Welcome to Dianne Andrews in black and white. And thank you for tuning in to our second show on the Winning in the New Competitive Environment Leadership Networking Forum done here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on April 28th of 2018. This seminar had so much praise from its participants, and we have participants from the banking community, from the education community, from CPA community, you name it, and they were here. We had college students, because Promoting Success Seminars, which I am a part of, also gives away all tickets, everything to college students who come to this, to attend this, because we think it is so invaluable to those people. So I need to thank our sponsors. I need to thank Chris Bardell, who's a New Orleans franchise owner for McDonald's, the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinic on Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Hibernia Wealth Management, Paris Cardiovascular Center. We had 5 sponsors, and the 5th was Lanier's Fine Candies out of Seattle, Washington. I want to thank all of them for the faith they had and being one of the sponsors of this first Winning in the New Competitive Environment, and it did turn out to be a great success. So today you're going to hear some of the testimonies from some of the great booths, the people who have booths here, the vendors, and some people like from Centacor. You'll hear about from the drug rehab. As I said, students were free, and organizations that gave back to charity were also free. All the sponsors had booths. So we'd like for you to join us next year, because it was a very much success, and you'll hear some of the testimonials at the end of the show before we close out the show. Thanks very much for joining us at this segment, and we will be looking for you in August or September for Winning in the New Competitive Environment Part 2. So come on back after this break and hear some of why people were here and what they extolled and gave to other people who came to this seminar.
Oh my God, are you Dianne Andrews?
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Donald. I love your show in black and white.
Oh, and you have my books. You have all 3. Third Man Out by Fiction, Gumbo for the Heart. We have 25 individuals. Oh my God, you have the latest one. I just put this out a month ago.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Do you enjoy them?
I do.
Oh, thank you for
Can I
being
please
such
have
a
an autograph?
Oh, sure. To Donald who?
Donald Spears.
Okay, Donald.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for keep on watching Dianne Andrews in black and white.
I wanted to take this time. Yes, she does have a long bio because she did it. But I have to say this, besides being a great person, a great community leader, and involved with things in the community, she's a great professional, and most of all, she's my friend. Dianne Andrews. And I meant every bit of it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you for being patient with me on that.
As he said, as I say, light your life. And that's what we're here for today, to help people in the audience light their life. And as you know, this will be seen in Houston, we're in New Orleans, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, 50 parishes in Louisiana, 4 counties in Mississippi, and now Houston, 1.7 million people. We're in 4.5 million homes.
And another thing too, you know, people are recording it off of YouTube and sending it to their friends all around the country.
Yeah, we need to get more people involved, because it is about issues. Even whether you agree or disagree with Kanye West, what he said, he has the right to like Trump, to like anybody he wants to like, and nobody should criticize anybody for their opinion. Don't y'all agree with that?
Yeah, that's right.
It's your opinion, it's your life, and you make your choice of who you want to or not want to support. Yeah, baby. Dr. Ray was supposed to be here to introduce people. She must have got caught in traffic, so I'm going to bring Reverend Wright up myself. Reverend Wright has been a participant on my show. I did homeless shows. You name it, I do it, right? But I brought in you, and there was Pastor. I always call you Reverend. I did it on the show, Pastor Keith Ricard. And I went down, I fed some homeless people with him downtown. If anybody can help to elevate church, because he does a lot in the community, come on up, Pastor. He's going to inspire us.
Do my best.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for the opportunity. Man, I've been up since 3:15, 3:45 this morning, 4 o'clock for prayer. And I see why now, because what you stated was actually my message about purpose. God gave me that exact message about purpose because, and you talked about success. I mean, everything you said, I'm like, God, I don't even need to be up there. You said everything. But if you got ears, then hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you. In order to be successful, then there has to be purpose, a God-given purpose to your business and even to life. Even for you to have success in your life, it has to be a God-given purpose. It has to be bigger than you. It can't be about gaining a whole lot of wealth, fame, fortune, or any of those things. But it has to have purpose. How can I be a blessing to somebody? The largest industry in the face of this earth is the service industry. It's all about serving somebody else. Matter of fact, Jesus said this, the greatest in the kingdom, as some disciples begin to bicker amongst each other, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom? Is it I? Is it him? Is it me? Who is it? Jesus said, neither one of y'all. He said, the greatest in the kingdom is the servant. And when you have that purpose in life to serve somebody else, then you'll find success in life. Anything outside of that is in vain.
We're going to vary from the program a little bit. Well, I think you are next. And I may mispronounce it, apologize. The Assistant Chief Administrative Officer for the Office of the Mayor in the City of East Baton Rouge Parish, Beneath Inyanga.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So thank you, Diane, and good morning to everyone. This is the things that you're doing, Diane, and the things that the community are doing are critically important for our city and parish. It's critically important for our younger generation. It's critically important for folks that are getting out of college, university. It's critically important for folks that are accelerating family and adulthood. And it's critically important for as we embark on the twilight years of our life. What I am extremely encouraged about, and forever an optimist, is the fact that people are willing to help. People are willing to ask for help. And what we need to do, and what this event is going to do over the next couple of hours, is to help start bridging those that need help and the folks that will help. And all it takes is someone raising their hand and taking that first step forward. So with that, Diane, I've got a certificate of celebration for you from the Office of the Mayor. We read it. It's Baton Rouge, Office of the Mayor President, City of Baton Rouge, Parish of East Baton Rouge, State of Louisiana. This is really a certificate of celebration, right? Presented to Dianne Andrews in black and white for promoting success through leadership and networking forums and leaving a path for others to follow, because in between black and white, there are always shades of gray. Given this day, April 28, 2018, with sincere gratitude by Mayor Sharon Weston Broom, Mayor President, City of Baton Rouge, and the Parish of East Baton Rouge Parish.
Thank you so much. Next, I'm going to bring up Julie Chappell. I wanted to have a charity that we worked with to give them a lot of PR and a lot of publicity. And I chose because of Paul mentioned to me, Sajid Jamaggio, that he worked with Emerge, and he was telling me all the great things you're doing. Everywhere I went, they said, who is the Emerge Center? I said, it's an old speech and hearing, Baton Rouge speech and hearing. Most people know it as that because they help 80%, you're the only nonprofit, I think, right, that takes Medicare and Medicaid in the city.
In the region.
In the region.
The largest, yeah.
The largest that takes Medicare and Medicaid in the region. They really are. And I'm saying that, Ms. Brady. This is free for all today.
Yeah,
Very small, we can talk.
Well, thank you, Diane, for having us. Like Diane said, I'm with the Emerge Center, and it was interesting to me that Diane shared going throughout the community and kind of spreading the word about Emerge. A lot of people are like, what is Emerge? What is Emerge? Because I live and breathe it, so I always know what Emerge is. What we do is we serve kids with developmental challenges, but we have a specific focus on autism, and a lot of families know us for our autism services. So as a fundraiser with the Emerge Center, getting out into the community and having partners like Paul and like Dianne who can speak to the importance is so tremendous to us, because we want to spread the word about what we do. We want to spread the word about what we do for this community. We see about 66% of families who need financial assistance or are on Medicaid. And so as a fundraiser, I work to raise about 25% of our budget, about $2 million a year, to support those services, because we do offer scholarships and a variety of financial assistance. So we're just happy to be here, and we thank you so much for coming today, and enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Gibson's Mobile Enterprises, you will experience high-quality mobile pressure cleaning services on your commercial buildings, fleet, residential, vehicles, RVs, boats, windows, and all types of concrete services. We are licensed and insured on all our services and have been in business for over 12 years.
Gibson's Mobile Enterprises. Find us on the web or call us today at 773-1476.
We are Gibson's Mobile Enterprises, where there's no limit to what can be cleaned.
We get shattered, but guess what? We come back and we are resilient. Women are very resilient. And I mean, I've been a victim of domestic violence. My friend can tell you about her case of domestic violence as well. But understand that if you're strong and you're confident in who you are, you can come back from anything you have that has touched your life. So I'm really just going to close by saying, you know, you are a woman, and we should be hearing women roar in the state of Louisiana. We should be out there in forces. If you're not taking part of the processes that are going to affect your life, then let us know what we can do to help you, because that's what we do. So contact us, call us, write us a letter, send us an email, send us a tweet, send us a text, whatever, because we're all out there. We all have Facebook pages, and I'm a Twitterer. So let us know how you feel about things that are going on. And we can use that in our legislation. We can use that when we go to the floor, that we heard from people about a particular bill. But take part in the process. And that's the one thing that you have to do. And I'm going to let my colleagues talk about other things. Thank you.
The conversation with women in the legislature is just what Pat said. We have fought tirelessly for rights for not only women, but in the criminal justice system. In the past few years, we know that many of our African American males who are incarcerated, that's somebody's child, right? So that affects women as well. We fight for payday loan bills and everything that helps to make our community stronger. However, I've not seen a real push or a real show up of not only just women, I mean the community. But we got to stay focused. We have to stay together as women, and we need to support one another. They attack Rep. Smith when she's on the floor with a bill. I got to get up. When they attack Ted James on the floor, we got to get up. We got to stand together on these issues. We can't just let them beat us down without a fight. Now, we might lose the fight, but we're going to be battling when we go down. And that's what it's all about. And that's what it's all about. But I'm looking to see more of you all get in the fight. I want to see y'all get in the fight to help us with these things that we're doing at the legislature. So thank you guys for inviting us.
Thank you for coming.
And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
But I would invite you.
I love you all. My foray into political life was quite different from these other ladies on this panel. I'm an educator. And being in political office was never on my radar screen or bucket list of things to do. But when the opportunity presented itself and so many people came to me and said, I think you need to consider this, I thought about it and I said no. And they kept asking and rolled on for about 2 months. I work at Southern University. I'm Dean of International Affairs. I'm an educator. I'm not a politician, but I am now. But I would like to say to you ladies that there are opportunities that we really need to consider as women. You need to consider running for public office. You don't have to start. You don't have to start at the state legislature. There's the city council. There's the school board. There are a number of opportunities where women can be involved and can win. And as I listen to these ladies talk, and we all come from different areas of the parish, but when it comes down to being together, we're together. And if you ain't on our team, we're going to make you be on our team because we know how to do it. I'm a collaborator, but I'm also a fighter. And so you have to know how to pick your battles. And you have to know what is important to the people of whom we serve, people who look like us. I talk a little different because I bring my collaborative skills, but I also bring my big mouth with me. See, I haven't learned yet that maybe I ought not have said it like that. But I work with students at Southern University, so I say it just like it's supposed to be. And that's the message that it's got to be. And if I say it with an attitude, I say it with an attitude. So these are some of the issues that we have to deal with on a daily basis. But I agree with them. We need more of you in our seats. I just got started. Pat's moving on to the Senate. We hope and pray. Denise just got started in the House, but she's been on the road. So I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to run for my next term and my next term. So somebody got to run after me whenever I come out of that, because that's it. I ain't going well. So if you ain't got a tough skin, you better toughen up right now. That's right. The first time I got my bill defeated, I went back, I went back out in the anteroom and I cried. Because I had never been there. Ain't had nobody defeat me on nothing. I said, wait a minute. Jesus, they turned me down. Then came out there, she said, straighten up. Because Pat is my mentor. Each of us has a mentor. She said, straighten up. I said, okay. I stood out there a little while and got myself together and I went on back in there. I brought the same bill back this year. Passed. So you do what you have to do. And you learn that. So whenever you have questions, let me know.
And so it is a struggle being a woman. It is a challenge. And Denise knows this for a fact. There were many times when we would have items on the council agenda and not one person, one woman, one minister would show up to fight for us, or to help us, or to support us, or to say, go ahead and do this, you can do this. But they would sit back in the background. This is no cast out to anybody. But they would sit back there in the background and say, well, they need to do this and they need to do that. But some of us only show up when there are things on the agenda that apply to us. And so we face these challenges, and people show up only when it's something on the agenda that's important to them. We pass ordinances on the agenda, and we sign contracts for billions and millions of dollars in city and parish government every week. Nobody comes up, nobody says a word, they don't blink. An item is on the agenda and it goes by in about 2 seconds, and we're just giving away millions of dollars in the city and parish government. Nobody says a word. So one of the things that we are working on right now, and again I keep pointing back to Denise because Denise was there. In 2009, we put a fair share policy on the books in East Baton Rouge Parish that said that the city would try to do 25% with minority vendors and women vendors in the city of Baton Rouge. You would have thought that we did something to the mafia. You did. I'm not kidding. We were getting calls from some older elected officials. The mayor was against it. People in our districts were against it. And we were young on the council. We thought we were doing something really good. And so they came out against us, and we finally were able to get 2 of our colleagues on the other side that thought it was a good thing to do to come along with us to support to get that resolution passed. Then we know, after we got it on the books, we were told by the administration that we had to have a disparity study to prove that there was a disparity when the city parish was only doing 2% with minorities. But we had to spend money on a disparity study. No pun intended to our former mayor, would not put the money in the budget.
Pun intended.
Never. It is what it is, but he would never put the money in the budget for the disparity study, meaning that the resolution was just a resolution and an ordinance on the books with no teeth in it. No teeth in it. So I have to give kudos to our current mayor, and she had to fight to get this in here. But we want minority and women-owned businesses to be able to do business with the city of Baton Rouge, and for there to be some equity and equality in that system somewhere in some way. And so the study is going out. I'm going to be serving on the committee to look at the resumes for the study. Hopefully we can get through this rather quickly, and that we can have some difference within city parish government.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Bowl.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Good afternoon. My name is George Mills. I'm with the Senecor Foundation. Senecor Foundation provides a continuum of care and addiction treatment services here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We provide detox, short-term, long-term, and IOP services. So literally we can meet the client wherever their needs are. For our detox programs, we are able to provide services to people with Medicaid, so income is not an issue. Our long-term program lasts about 18 to 24 months and equips individuals not only addiction treatment, but job skills, work skills, education, and the things necessary to go out and be productive citizens in this community. The Senecor Foundation as a whole has been in existence for over 50 years. In between Louisiana and Texas, we serve between 1,000 and 2,000 people a week through all of our services.
Dr. White, Shirley, thanks for being at my first Leadership Networking Forum, winning in the new competitive environment here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Well, it was certainly my pleasure, and you had a great turnout. I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you, and thanks for the support. I just, all the people, the great speakers, you know, Bert Falk, Paul Sachi-DiMaggio, Bitcoin, and that was so interesting, and the women in politics, starting your own business, your resume and interviewing techniques. It just all turned out as I wanted it to turn out, and that's, well, careful planning, and the crystal ball always works, right?
Well, you can't beat that.
That's right, as you know, how much we planned on it. And I also released this book today, my little booklet. I have 3 books with this one. Getting to Your Rainbow, How to Get to Success, because at the end of that rainbow, it's more than money.
Yes, it is.
You told me that your daughter, Debbie, and her friend Beth had just come out with an inspirational duo, Only the King, in music.
That is correct. It's a CD. It has 4 wonderful Christian praise and worship songs on it. It's very delightful and inspirational.
And that's what we're here for, to inspire, but also, you know, with the forum, of course, with the leadership, we're here to teach like you do, to people to learn something. But you've got to have the right attitude. I think they're going to be here later today, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to them.
I'm sure you will enjoy that. They're 2 great ladies.
Thank you so much, Shirley, and thanks again for being here.
It's my pleasure, Diane, always.
Always. Thanks for coming by. Your mother, Shirley, Debbie Facey, told me that you were coming by, and you're the keyboard player on this great inspirational duo praise, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Only the King.
Only the King by Instruments of Praise, and I'm Debbie, and I play the keyboards.
And I'm Beth Williams, and I play the guitar.
Let me tell you a little bit about these two women, just a little about their history, and then we're going to let them talk a little bit, and you'll hear a little of the music in the background on why they did this and how they believe in dreams, the poem by Langston Hughes. And I think we all have had times in our lives, I know I have had many times, that my life was in pieces, and you wonder, how did I get here? And we have our deferred dreams, and how do we get to our rainbow, which is the name of my new book. But this is a copy of Only the King with 4 inspirational songs. I think I heard your mother say when I interviewed her earlier today. Again, thanks for coming by here. This is the day of the release, which is 4/28, 2018. Now, you're Chicago, Phoenix, Baton Rouge by the way of Chicago, Phoenix, and you're New York, Baton Rouge, and they both belong to a non-denominational church, and that's how they met 17 years ago in church. So I will get both of you all to talk about just a little on your life journeys and the problems you had, as a lot of married people do, and with parents and, divorces, things, and all the problems that we all have. Let's just take a couple of minutes and tell why you did this and what you think this will help other people get to in their lives.
Sure. Well, I guess it started when I was about 19 years old. I had joined the gospel choir at my college. And I wasn't raised in a religious household, so to speak, church on Easter and Christmas.
Right. Only 2 days a year.
Yeah, 2 days a year.
Okay.
And so I joined the gospel choir because music had always been my passion. It's my earliest memory. But anyway, so we were always surrounded by music. And but at 19, I joined the gospel choir, and through that experience, I made a commitment to Christ. And that's what changed my life.
Okay, my journey was very different. I did actually grow up in a church background, but it was more of a form than fashion kind of thing. And early on in my life, form than substance, that's correct. And so in that, I became very discouraged in the church.
So in her seeking after God, she found a church here in Baton Rouge and committed her life to the Lord. And you need to tell them how long you all been married now.
Over 30 years.
You're 20-some, 30?
Almost 29.
Because we're going to have to wrap this up.
Okay.
We got 1 minute.
So we met at the church in the worship ministry, and we were both in the choir, and just she was just so friendly, and we had so much in common. We both have all boys, and so we got together and found out she played and I wrote songs, and we got together, and she was such a big encourager, and before you know it, we were worshiping and singing together. And then about 2006, we wrote the title song for this. So it's been many years in the making.
So this tells you how Only the King came about. And what we want people to go, where would they be able to get this, Only the King? Tell us.
They can first go to our website, iop.life, Instruments of Praise, iop.life.
L-I-F-E, okay.
And they can get it on iTunes, Amazon, all the normal places they can get it digitally.
So thanks very much for being here. Good luck. God bless. And let's all keep on doing these things to inspire and motivate people to be the best people they can be in the name of the Lord. Thank you very much.